welcome to Reddit on Reddit, the internet's auditory version of Reddit. I'm Nelson Allingham, joined by Michael Campbell and Stacey Queegius.
Have we ever revealed your last name?
Oh,
maybe we've just doxed
I've doxed you.
Yeah, there are no other Queegiuses, so people can definitely find me now. That's great.
We meant Stacey Smith.
Stacey Smith.
Stacey is with us. So here's something unusual. I'm going to break some format here. Here's something unusual. First of all, welcome back, Stacey. Thank you for being with us. Mm-hmm. Stacey is with us for Podnapping. Mm-hmm. But to do that, she'll need to be here during the show. You're welcome to be on the show as much or as little as you'd like.
Not at all, please.
Oh,
okay.
That's the most common one
Opted
when we
out.
ask people.
Yeah.
Your mum included.
No, my mum wants to be on the show. She just doesn't know it.
But I'm actually going to reveal the Podnapping now because it'll come back later.
Okay.
I'm Podnapping a show called I Literally Just Told You, which is a new game show hosted by Jimmy Carr.
Oh, yes.
It's to test your short-term memory.
Okay.
So throughout this episode, I challenge you and the listeners at home to try and remember what we're saying because we will be tested on it during Podnapping.
I don't like it already.
I know, because I don't have a good memory anyway, but this show, in one ear out the other with everything that happens.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I know that by the time it releases in a day or two after we record, it's gone.
Yeah.
Definitely gone by the next week. Within the hour, though, will we have retained anything? And will the listeners have retained anything?
Yeah.
So, yes, I wanted to call it out because I think it's only fair that you know that you should be trying to remember.
Mm-hmm. I imagine most of the listeners get by allowing this podcast to come in one through one ear and out the other.
Yeah.
And that's how they kind of survive the rest of
I would
their
say
life.
the selling point of this show is the little impact we have on anyone.
Yeah.
It doesn't impact you in one iota.
Yeah. That's right. Okay. Well, now I'm going to be thinking about, as soon as the segment's done, I'm going to have to be thinking about what we've spoken about. There might be slower transitions today.
Now let's get into, hang on. Okay, shower thoughts. Then it'll just be me going, yeah, hang on a sec.
Yeah. So does then that mean that Stacey is, because Stacey is here with a computer, typing out, I guess, in every single word that we say.
No,
so does that mean, how did you get this shit job? Is basically what I'm going to say, Stacey.
Because I live in the house.
Oh.
Not through any expertise. I just get dragged in because I'm available.
I did go to Meg's the cat. He was uninterested.
He might come.
Yeah, he might come. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yes, throughout the show, I think she's going to be making note of particular specific things that we might mention in a throwaway thing.
Okay.
To come back and ask us about later.
Okay. I got it. Okay. Let's get into it then. This first Reddit on Reddit is by Psychological Putt 3351. Psychological Putt 3351. Actually, it's Put. Oh my God. Now I'm thinking, what's Stacey going to write down? Is she going to say, what's the name? Psychological Put or Putt?
Or
what was the number? 3351. Oh no.
How did Nelson mispronounce the name?
Oh, God. So many things that are going to trip me up. Anyway, this is going to be the worst episode because I'm just going to be thinking so much about what I'm saying.
Maybe I shouldn't have told you up top. I was trying to give you an advantage, but maybe it's actually crippled you mentally.
It has crippled me mentally. Okay, anyway, here we go. Psychological Put 3351.
Psychological Put 3351.
Am I the arsehole for not wanting my husband to go see Batman when our baby is due? This is in the, obviously, Am I the Arsehole subreddit? I've opened the wrong one. Okay. This person goes on. My 25 female husband, 28 male, and I are expecting a baby. As you may know, there is a new Batman movie releasing on early March. My husband is a big fan of that kind of stuff and wants to see it opening day. The issue is that our estimated due date is exactly on that day. I know that only a fraction of babies are actually born on the exact due day, but I have always been very regular on my periods, and I have a feeling that I may be one of those cases. He says it is important to see the movie the first day because of spoilers and that. Even I end up having the baby that day. Oh, if I end up having the baby that day, he's watching the movie. At worst, he would arrive a few hours late and is not such a big deal. He says I am being irrational and emotional because of being pregnant. I am upset because I feel deprioritized by him. Am I the asshole?
Well, this is a tough one because, look, you're an expecting father, right? Your first child, monumental life thing.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
But that Batman movie looks pretty sick.
It does look...
Oh, boy. I am excited.
I'm excited to see Robert Pattinson as Batman. Because I'm actually a little bit worried about the movie, to be honest, as a whole, the storyline. But I think we've said Robert Pattinson is a fantastic actor, one of the best of probably our generation, we think.
Yep.
So I'm really interested to see what he does, but I'm a bit concerned about the storyline.
Okay.
And I'm so nervous and anxious about it that I would give up my firstborn child
Just to know.
Just to know.
And here's the thing.
And not have any spoilers.
I believe in, maybe we shouldn't talk too much about women's anatomy with a woman present. Maybe she should.
We know everything.
If you know anything about this, Stacey, jump in. But from what I understand is labor, obviously can be a very long thing. Mm-hmm. But at least I know from my mum, each of her labors got shorter and shorter.
Yeah.
Each time.
Right. Okay, yeah.
So if it's a first labor, maybe it'll be going for a while.
Oh, yeah.
The downside to that is the new Batman movie clocks in at 3 hours long.
Oh, that's a long movie.
You also factor in trailers, transport to and from.
Yeah.
That's about a labor's worth.
Yeah. Oh, God.
So look, if an hour and a half, you might be able to duck out, catch it. You can see Jackass forever.
Yeah.
I'm sure that one's 90 minutes.
Yeah, that's true. That's worse, though, if you miss the birth of your child for Jackass. I think, though, that... Okay, can we touch on something else while we're talking about women's anatomy?
Sure.
Having regular periods does not sync up with I'm going to have my baby on the day that it's due. This is not... because I think the confusion is... One is, invented, right?
Yeah.
The due date is like a mathematical calculation from the doctor. It's not like biological clock that's, inside you, essentially. And so I don't feel like I don't think the periods and the having the baby on the same day is going to match. So I just want to discredit that. As far as I'm concerned, negative 1 point to...
Maybe she's just saying, I stick to a schedule.
Yeah.
I get given a schedule, I stick to it. Baby's coming out that day. It's the schedule.
It is really... I for some reason, I saw the percentage of this, not that long ago. God knows why. But it is an extremly small percentage, in the single figures kind of percentage.
And in fact, that should maybe fill this guy with confidence.
Yeah.
There's only a small percentage chance that the baby will be born on the day that the Batman comes out.
Except earlier is not good either. You really want it later.
Later, yeah.
Yeah. Because I think it's also unacceptable to be well, I've got a 2-day-old.
I mean, apart from
I'm gonna go see Batman.
Apart from bring him along. Yeah. Baby's first movie.
That would be a pretty sick story for that kid to tell his friends when he's older. Hey, did you know my first movie was Batman? That's why I can't hear very well out this ear. Sound was very loud.
So apart from all the obvious problems with this, right? The guy wanting to miss the birth of his own child to go see the Batman.
Yeah.
The reasoning he gives is spoilers. Yeah. Now, I'm sensitive to that, right? I like all these, comic book movies. Mm-hmm. Spoilers are a thing. One day, though, either he has the worst friends in the world that will spoil a movie after a single day no matter what. Or he's hanging out in, weird parts of the internet that are, completely spoiler-filled. Because, maybe a week, you'd be like, oh, if you haven't seen it in the first week, spoilers might start leaking out or whatever.
Yeah.
But one day, do you think that's enough?
I mean, I think he's going off the intention that, as soon as the baby's born, he's not going to be able to see it. Is my theory. So it's not spoilers for, it's just spoilers forever.
Right.
He will never see this movie if not on the day, because he's thinking he won't be able to do it or something along those lines. Because really, you don't want to wait longer, right? Like if he doesn't see it on the see the movie on the due date, the higher the likelihood that kid is coming. So he can't ever see it after that point either, right?
Yeah. Okay. So I'm concerned then because this guy clearly wants to see this movie.
Yeah.
Thinks after the kid arrives, there's going to be a couple of years where he can't see movies. I fear this movie is the start of a franchise.
Yeah.
There'll be subsequent movies after this that he'll want to know what happens after he sees the first one.
Yeah. Yeah.
So maybe it's best he doesn't see any of them.
I don't think this will be his only child because after this traumatic experience of not being able to go see Batman. Here's the thing.
Yep.
I think actually not the arsehole. Oh, wait,
Really?
wait. Sorry. I don't think she's the arsehole. I don't think he's the arsehole.
Okay.
Right? Because this is my thoughts about it, right? You could go see the movie as soon as you like put your phone on loud, annoy the shit out of everybody in that cinema. Like put your phone on loud, and if it goes off, bang, you're out of there. Too bad if you got any part of that movie incorrect. You know, like unfinished rather. You know, you got to leave.
This is a wild take.
You think that's super?
If your wife is having
Okay,
a
so
kid,
how many days before then the due date?
I don't know.
Because it's like the due date is irrelevant, right?
Yeah.
It's like the baby's coming around this time. So is it like a month before you won't see a movie, or is it like 3 months?
Week of, I would say.
Week of?
Yeah.
Okay, because I would like to see the percentage of babies that come in the week of as well.
If your partner is pregnant and it's the week of, and you're putting your coat on to go see a movie, and she's like, "Where are you going? I'm expecting any day," and you pull out percentages of expectancy, like, "I think you'll find I'll be okay at the movies." It's a partnership. You're supposed to be there for each other.
If she asks where I'm going, I'm obviously lying. Yeah, I would. Okay, look. Here's the thing. I'm probably not ever in a position that I'm going to be like, oh, I'm so desperate to see this movie that I will potentially miss the birth of my child. But I just think that there's like leeway here to be like, there's like a right and a wrong way to do this. I feel like the right way is you can go, but if there's a whiff of that baby coming, you're out of there straight away. Doesn't matter at what point in the movie.
But what if it's a really good point?
Oh shit! Yeah,
yeah, honey. Yeah, I understand, but he's fighting the penguin.
Yeah. Right? Yeah. But like, it's like the chase scene, and there's only one in every movie, and it's really good. Yeah. Okay. Obviously, if it's a really good point, then you can wait for like 5 or 10 minutes.
I don't think
traffic, honey. Sorry, couldn't get there. That's the explanation for that bit.
I don't think it's unreasonable for this woman to say, "Hey, look, it's the due date of. I just need you around today."
Yeah, I don't think it's unreasonable for her to say that either.
And then for him to throw a hissy fit because he can't see the Batman.
Yeah. No, yeah.
Because he's saying, like, fully at worst, I'll just miss the birth and be there a few hours later.
Oh, no, that's insane. To say that he would miss the birth completely, that's insane. Yeah. That's why I'm saying, like, water breaks. Yeah. That's the sign. Because babies aren't, like, instant. You know? Yeah. Like, there's time.
Would you say then, is your solution then to say, well, come on, honey, come with me.
Yeah.
And if anything happens, we'll leave the cinema together.
Yeah. I think that'd be great. There is a higher percentage chance that your child will pick up the traits of Batman if born in a cinema showing the Batman.
That'd be the worst thing. What happens to Batman's parents?
Yeah, but he's super rich.
Yeah, we'd have a few good years.
You would also accidentally, have your kid be more like the Penguin as well, which not as good either.
Still quite rich.
Still quite rich, though.
Yeah.
This is a win-win if you ask me, I think. Okay, if you were going to have a baby during a movie and the baby would pick up traits from that film, what film are you seeing?
Well, Stacey, this is one I think that I should throw to you for as well. Would you pick the character of Dom Toretto for the Fast and the Furious movies? Your favorite film franchise?
Love the franchise. Don't want to be around Dom Toretto in real life.
You're more of a Brian O'Connor girl. Okay, he's a virtuous cop.
I think that if you just have a baby during a Fast and the Furious film in general, it's going to get like so much testosterone instantly.
And it'll never grow hair.
It will never grow hair.
That's just not something that
It will
happens in
come
that
out
franchise.
with muscles. Like, it doesn't matter. It might not pick up the one trait from one person, but just all those guys together, the ego on that kid will be nuts. Off the chain.
If the water breaks in a Fast and Furious movie, though, I think it's universal that when you leave a Fast and Furious movie, you drive home a little bit quicker than you normally do. So at least you'll be getting to the hospital
Yeah.
in that Fast and Furious style, because you're always a bit revved up, aren't you?
Yeah. There's actually this game called Burnout, and it came out and it was one of the best games, racing games that sort of came out in its time because it really gave you a great sense of speed, more than any other game. And I think it was really good because the problem with it was you'd play the game and then you'd drive and you're like, want to go fast because I've just had this like awesome rush, this experience of like going super fast in the game. You're like, I could just get in my car, and I know I don't have NOS, but I've also never been 220 kilometers down the road. So, anywho, wait, you didn't answer my question. Which movie?
Yeah, which movie? Who's the best person? I'm tempted to say maybe like a Superman, because Batman's very moody. You love to watch him, don't want to be around him.
Yeah.
Right? Like I reckon he'd smell. He'd spend all his time down in a cave with that old man.
Yeah.
I don't know, but Superman seems like a genuinely nice guy.
How about, yeah, he does sort of seem like a nice guy. Ugh, yeah, I hate that he's got no flaws.
But as a child,
Yeah, I would hate my child being too perfect. How about, TV show? And again, I've only started watching, so hopefully this doesn't go downhill. But Ted Lasso.
okay,
He's a very nice, charming guy.
yes. How far into Ted Lasso are you?
Yeah, like 5 episodes.
Okay, he is a genuinely nice guy,
Yeah.
but like he's got his issues. Ted.
Yeah, he's got his issues, but that's fine.
Yeah,
See, I don't
yeah.
like Superman because he's too perfect.
Okay, yeah, then Ted Lasso. Yeah.
Okay, cool. And Don Toretto for Stacey.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Stacey
I forgot. What did you say?
unequivocally
I cut you
said
off.
Dom
what,
Toretto.
what are you going to go for?
If we end up having a baby, would you let me name it Dom?
This is good. This is good.
This is a tough one because Stacey does love Vin Diesel. I don't know if this is the known thing on this podcast, but she loves Vin Diesel.
Yeah.
All right, if you get to name the first one,
No.
Okay.
I know that we will then have a baby called Giovanni Ribisi.
That's a good name though.
I was actually going to go for a name very related to Giovanni Ribisi, who was a small part character actor in American cinema. I was actually going to go for Memphis Reigns,
From
which is the name of
Gone in
Nicolas
60
Cage's
Seconds.
character in Gone in 60 Seconds. His name is Memphis Reigns,
That is pretty cool.
brother of Giovanni Ribisi.
Okay. You haven't answered the question, Stacey. I still want to know.
what
What do you want your baby to be like?
What about like an Ethan Hunt from Mission Impossible?
Oh, that's
pretty
good.
good. That is pretty
That's
good.
good because no matter what happens, that kid's coming to get you.
Yeah.
And they'll be doing it in a spectacular way.
Yeah.
You'll be like, that kid's scaling that building. For real.
Yeah. I've just thought of another one. Liam Neeson in Taken. Because
No, because
he's very protective. You know, I feel like
Yeah.
if you as a parent were kidnapped
I would
in
say
some way.
if your kid constantly gets kidnapped, something's wrong with you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, but that's the thing. I want my kid to be like Liam Neeson in case, so then I don't have to be responsible for myself. My kid will find me.
But, right. But I'm saying Liam Neeson in Taken is reactive, not proactive.
Oh.
He's always like, yeah, go to Paris. I don't give a shit. I've been kidnapped. Oh, for fuck's sake, I'm going to get it back. You know what I mean?
Okay, anyway, we should move on. Let's get into Ask Reddit.
Ask Reddit.
This Ask Reddit is by Deleted. Here's a fun fact. A little while ago, I was I messaged people to say, hey, we've used your post.
Yeah.
But I sometimes leave it like months and then message everybody at once.
Yeah, right.
And I give the episode title, like number, rather. And in fact, one time I had somebody that messaged back and they're like, hey, did you mean the current episode? Because the episode you sent me was like ages ago.
And did you say, I know what I said?
I didn't say anything. I'll let them figure that one out.
Yeah.
But when I message people, the amount of times people have a deleted account is nuts. Like, it's so frequent that I guess people must post something on Reddit, maybe very actively posting stuff, but then maybe write something embarrassing or, that gets downvoted a lot or whatnot. Or maybe they get banned from a particular subreddit for whatever reason. And then they just delete their entire account and start a new one. But it was like, I want to say like 20% of the people had deleted accounts. I thought that was so nuts. And probably, actually, included in that 20%, I didn't separate these, but some people who were banned, like actively the account was banned from Reddit, which I thought was so nuts. And that was maybe only like, 5% of the 20%, were just actively banned. But I just thought that was so weird.
Yeah, I'm always fascinated and occasionally come across a profile with a similar thing. There was a picture just on the day of recording that I saw in r/pics, which was someone had posted a picture of a new employee at the Biden administration. You may have even seen this, I'm not sure. It's a guy, he's got a pink mohawk, in a suit, and he's wearing pink high heels. Yeah. And it said, this is, welcome the new, it was something to do with like the defense ministry, whatever, hire at the Biden administration. And then all the comments like, look at all this dude's qualifications. He's overqualified for this job. He's got a double degree, this double degree. I think it definitely backfired on, because the tone of this was like, oh, can you believe it? Oh my God. Yeah. So I was like, I reckon this backfires. I clicked on the person's profile. 90% of their posts were in r/mafia. They just love the mafia. But then occasionally there was other ones. And every time you saw it, their post was flagged and stopped as well. And a lot of it had to do with like, what's the deal with people trying to bring racism up all the time? Like one of them was talking about the new Sopranos movie because of the mafia.
Yeah, mafia.
Being like, what's the point of that racist... like, why do they bring racism into that new Sopranos movie? It felt so stupid. Another one was like, that new House of Dragons Game of Thrones spinoff, is that going to be like about racism?
What?
It's
That's
like,
so
what?
Weird.
Who is this person? But so many of them were just like, this was flagged, this is flagged, this is flagged, and the zero comments, zero upvotes.
This is so...
But they keep going.
It's so weird.
Yeah. Anyway, what's this post?
Anyway, despite deleted. What celebrity or public figure would you not be surprised to find out had been an alien all along?
God, I didn't think we'd be talking about Vin Diesel so much this episode.
So much. Do you reckon? I would be a little bit surprised.
Yeah, no, I'd be a little bit surprised. The obvious answer I think everyone would go for is like a Mark Zuckerberg or a Jeff Bezos or someone that seems very cold and like unhumanitarian.
Yeah, that's true.
I think it's the super talented people that are the ones you got to look for.
Oh,
because they've just obviously downloaded all of like Earth's data into their brain to be like it's like jacking into the Matrix essentially.
Yeah. Okay, well, who's that then?
Who's the person who's consistently is like, oh my God, and they're good at that?
We did just bring up Robert Pattinson for being quite a good actor,
but like, I don't know is he a good dancer?
You know what? Rachel Riley. Yeah.
I would picture her more as a robot. I'm thinking specifically of a calculator.
And a dictionary.
Yeah. Who is the most like overall talented? Someone maybe like a Will Smith. He's like funny. He's a good actor. He can sing. He can dance. He can. Someone like that where it's like, but that's all entertainment, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm just thinking of a triple threat, the theater, which I don't think are aliens.
I do think though, if it came out that Will Smith was an alien, we'd be like, oh, Men in Black. Should have seen it coming.
He did that to throw us off. He pretended he wasn't the alien in that one.
Yeah. He kept giving the writers like really good ideas of what. The guy should blink 2 sets of eyelids.
That's how I always saw it in my imagination.
Yeah, that'd be good. I mean, Keanu Reeves. obviously,
Mm-hmm.
because
The day the Earth stood still, where he played that alien. That was the first hint.
yeah, and he didn't have to act.
Yeah.
In that. He was just so convincing, just being himself. They didn't even tell him what the role was for.
Yeah.
They were
like-
just like, "Hey, read these lines out."
Keanu, imagine you're from another planet. Okay.
Yeah,
That's exactly right.
yes, good. Wow, you're so good. You are such a good actor, is what they said to me.
Yeah.
So, okay.
It did say celebrity, though, which is, I think, why...
Or public figure.
All public figure. Okay. Because I think I started automatically thinking of entertainment people because of the word celebrity was in my head.
Yeah.
But yeah, what about a world leader?
World leader. Honestly, there is an element of Queen Elizabeth.
Oh, okay.
She's survived many years,
Yeah.
and it's getting suspicious.
What about historical figures like Rasputin? Oh, they tried to kill him a lot and he wouldn't go.
Yeah.
He was just running around fucking and they're stabbing him and throwing him in lakes. And he's like, I'm still here, baby.
Yeah. That's true. Or maybe I could even see something like Genghis Khan, because wasn't there, and I think we even spoke
Yeah,
about
like
this.
a certain percentage of the world's population is related to
Like
him.
like 40% or something insane like that. And so I could imagine being sent to Earth and be like, hey, spread our alien DNA amongst these humans. I think
I still suspect it's all of the actors that pretend to fight aliens are the ones that are aliens, and they're trying to. Sigourney Weaver, she keeps finding that alien.
yeah.
She's definitely an alien.
Yeah,
Will
yeah.
Smith's definitely an alien. And by extension, I guess Chris Hemsworth in the reboot is now an alien.
Yeah.
He could be an alien or made in a lab.
Made in a lab, I think.
Yeah. It's like a Frankenstein's monster of like perfect male attractiveness.
Yeah. Yeah.
Down to like, I don't think the Australian accent is a very attractive accent, except he sounds good. You know what I mean? He's got the good one.
Yeah. What's weird is that his brothers were somehow created in the same lab, but like they were like,
It's
I don't think we can like get as good.
It's a real Goldilocks, like because his older brother Luke Hemsworth, they're like, oh, he's very handsome, he's a talented guy, a bit short though. All right, let's try again.
Yeah.
And then they made Chris, and they're like, yeah, that's it. And then they got too cocky.
Yeah.
Then they made
Like,
Liam.
oh,
They got
we
a
can
bit.
do
They got a
this.
bit lazy with Liam. And like they didn't turn up the attractiveness meter all the way, or didn't fine tune it as quite as much. And then like he's very good.
Yeah.
But that middle one, that's the.
We really hit the nail on the head for that one. Like most middle children, they are perfect. Or the last one, definitely the last one. Here's another one. Yep. This is by Mild Musings. Have you experienced phone anxiety, where you get extremely nervous and embarrassed when answering / making a phone call, even when it's something as simple as ordering a pizza? If so, how do you deal with it? Okay, so I brought this one up for like more of a different reason than I feel like neither of us have probably had this.
I would say, as two men that have played Surprise Interview before,
Yeah.
we're not anxious about calling random numbers and having an uncomfortable conversation.
Yeah. That's funny. I gotta do that again. But I brought it up because and I realize I'm starting to be that older generation where I say generational things about the generation below me.
So what's wrong with the
Which
generation
is-
below you?
Well, not that it's wrong, but I want to say, I feel like this issue is far more relatable to Zoomers
Right.
than it is our generation. Don't get me wrong, there's definitely people who, are just so nervous and uncomfortable to talk to people. That those people exist all over. But I feel as though it's becoming a little bit more apparent. And I don't and this isn't to like blame Zoomers either. I'm not being like, why don't you just pick up a phone and do it? I think it's just the nature of the world where everything is texting or online, bookings and stuff. Like people won't. It's funny because I feel like there was a time where you were like, I just want to speak to somebody and sort this out rather than going through the internet and doing whatever. And I think that's improved a lot. Like from when I was sort of younger, I feel like the idea that computers have actually got a lot better at sort of servicing humans than sometimes even a phone call. But now it's just, and so I feel like there is that experience that's not being had, of just talking to strangers, even if they're like, for our writing service.
You're right. Like a phone call is definitely a less common thing.
Yeah.
Like I can't think of many things I would pick up the phone to call directly from. In fact, I've recently turned on the thing on my phone where if it's a number I don't know, it silences it and sends me the thing being like, hey, this number is trying to get in contact with you. Because the phone calls are just like, you just feel like they're scams and stuff now.
Yeah.
What I find interesting is the example they give in this post is ordering a pizza.
Yeah.
And I feel like that would be awkward for both ends because it seems like such a foreign thing to do now, to call and order a pizza.
Yeah.
So you'd call the pizza store and they'd be like, hello? And you're like, hey,
hey, Johnny, this phone's connected.
can I order a pizza over the phone? And they're like,
he wants a pizza.
I guess, but we don't have your credit card information. So you have to come in and you're like, oh, this is a worse system now.
Yeah.
Like that seems
funny.
antiquated.
I don't know. I think I do actually. I ordered pizza over the phone not that long ago. I think.
Do you? So I just do it all through apps.
That's true. I think there probably is one that I could do for this particular pizza place that I went to. But I don't know. I think I was just like, I'll just search for it and like didn't have the app or, I think it was like a website that you could go through. But I was like, I know what pizza I want. I know what size I want. Just call them.
Did you fully lean into like the Aussie dad on the phone to the pizza store cliche? Like, g'day, mate. Thought I'd just get you on the blower and order bloody pizza.
No, I don't think I've ever done that in my life.
But, if you're free, have a bit of a chin wag.
Yeah. No.
It's when you need to start every conversation. You say, "G'day, mate. What do you know?"
Yeah. That's mainly how all Australians start a conversation.
40 plus normally.
Yeah. Anywho, let's move on to Today I Advice. So now it's time for Today I Learned. Today I Learned. And also sometimes advice. This advice was posted by Love You. Accidentally said, I love you on the second date. What do I do now?
Okay. Is there more context to this?
There is, but what are your initial thoughts?
Well, you either need to commit now or end.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's good. Yeah. I mean, you really need to quickly weigh up if you feel like you could love this person.
Yeah, that's what I mean. And, they are really good. I am getting on with them.
Yeah.
I'm going to lean into it. Yeah, I love you. Yep.
Yeah. I like how you have this conversation with yourself in your head, but you're just staring at them blankly for a good minute and just thinking
eyes darting
over.
back and forth just a little bit as you're thinking it over.
Yeah. They go, did you just weigh up whether you actually love me or feel like you could love me? Bitch? Yeah, I did. Yeah. Okay, cool. I think the opposite is say I love you. Oh, this would be awkward. Just sort of brush it off, continue the conversation.
Yeah.
Then waiter comes over, asks for drinks.
Yeah. Oh,
I'll
thanks,
have a
mate.
beer, thanks. Love you.
Yeah, that's good.
Love
That's
you,
good.
everyone.
Start throwing out love yous left, right, and center.
Love this beer. Oh, it's so good. Oh, I love eating out, don't you?
And then, so let's say further down the track then. You pull that off.
Yeah.
You throw out love yous left, right, and center.
Yeah.
It's worked a treat.
Yeah.
Further down the line,
Yeah.
you're like, I do love this person. I want to tell them. Mm-hmm. How do you then reframe it to make sure that they know when you say I love you, then it's more purposeful?
Mm-hmm. Can be. You have to say it exactly like this.
Okay.
I love you, love you. And then that's a universal understanding.
Yeah. I got completely what you meant.
Kids use it in primary school, but they normally say like.
Yeah.
I like you. I like everybody. I like football, whatever.
Yeah, but I like you like
But
you.
I like you like you.
Yeah.
Works the same with love.
Yeah.
That's what I told Ellen one day. I've been telling her I love her for ages. But then one day I said, I love you, love you.
Yeah.
And she was like, wait, you didn't mean it all those other times?
Nah.
Nah. I mean,
I love everyone. Love that waiter. Love eating out.
not in the same context, obviously. Do you want to hear more from this guy?
Yes, please.
Okay, so basically I'm an idiot and my words don't always come out right. Instead of accidentally saying, I love that about you, I said, I love you. I tried to correct myself, but I still said what I said. This was on the second date, way too early. He seemed to brush it off, but I'm worried it'll scare him off. What should I say, if anything? Well, there's an update. Thanks to everyone who responded. You're also nice. You guys were right. There wasn't. You know what? Let's not go through that. It's boring.
See, I would have loved if the update was like, thanks for the advice, guys. You're so nice. I love you all. Oh,
Damn it! Oh no! I've done it again. It posts on another subreddit. I've accidentally said I love you to like hundreds of people, thousands even. Yeah. So
the situation is more or less what I expected.
can I say that I would say saying I would still kind of be intimidated if on a second date somebody said, I love that about you.
Yeah.
Do you think that's still actually like a pretty strong kind of
It depends.
phrase?
It is a fairly strong phrase. It's completely
like-
dependent on the context.
Yeah.
Like if someone was like, oh, you know, like I always like I eat too many pizzas and people always make fun of me. Like, oh no, I love that about you. Like I love eating pizza. That's awesome.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
you can see how it might make
That's
sense.
turning into a kink campaign.
Yeah.
Eat more pizzas.
I
Oh.
think okay.
And this KFC bucket.
we tend to gaslight more than is probably appropriate on this show.
Yeah.
But if you accidentally say I love you, if you're really quick, I reckon you add the word to on there. So you're like, oh, I love you too. And they're like, what? I was like, so did you just say you love me? So I'm saying I love you too.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. And then what if they're like, oh, I didn't say I love you.
Oh, I was just being polite. It was such an awkward situation because you said you loved me. So
Oh, so you don't love me.
do you love me? You go first.
Well, I mean, you've kind of said that you don't really love me. I
But-
do.
On the contrary, I also said I love you too. So,
Yeah. Then you quickly backed out of it.
well, because you backed out of it.
Yeah.
I'm following your lead. So do you love me?
Not anymore.
Oh, then I did, but now
Not
I don't.
after this conversation. What a nightmare it would be to date us. Am I right, Stacey?
That look said it all.
I don't know. I've just been sitting here for the last 5 minutes watching you say that you love each other.
You know. Have you heard the show
What if
before?
we do?
Yep.
You'll never come between Gamba and I.
So weird because I thought that I was the one that was proposed to, but guess not.
But Nelson was there.
He was there. Of course he was there.
That's true. Yeah, but we're trying to keep up appearances for like
I have a photo.
everybody else.
I have a photo of me on my knee proposing to Stacey with you in the background with your arms in the air. Going, "Yay!"
Yeah. That's it. Wait, were you still on your knees by the time we came in?
I think so, yeah.
Oh, that's weird. I feel like I really interrupted a moment. Is this the first time you've admitted on the podcast that you proposed to Stacey?
I think I've said it before.
I don't know. I'm not usually here.
Congrats, guys.
No, thanks. I think I've mentioned it before.
He likes me.
Whoa.
But not loves her, loves her.
Not
Oh,
loves her,
interesting.
loves her. But you love me, love me. Yeah, obviously.
281 episodes, Nelson. It's not because I like you like it.
Yeah, says something about a relationship. All right. Let's get into shower thoughts.
Shower thoughts, shower thoughts, shower thoughts, shower thoughts.
This shower thought is by Cramp Stamper. The ultra rich probably don't bother squeezing the last bits out of a tube of toothpaste.
I remember hearing once Justin Bieber got a sponsorship deal. He did, I think he modeled for Calvin Klein, the underwear.
Right, yeah.
And he said that they just sent him so many pairs of underwear that he would just wear one. and never wear it again. Like he would just constantly open up a new pair of underwear
Yeah.
every single day. Because like, what a luxury, obviously. New
Yeah.
underwear feels fantastic.
Yeah. It's funny you say that because I actually know somebody. This is like a really local example, but I guess I wanted to point out how common that can actually be. There was a guy called Axel Whitehead. He
Yep.
used to host TV Hits, I think.
Video hits.
Video Hits, sorry, yes. TV Hits, Video Hits, yes. Which is like a
music videos,
music video TV show on in the morning. And he just used to get, it wasn't even sponsorships, but he just used to have people send him T-shirts and be like, hey, wear this while you're on the show. Because they didn't have like a wardrobe
Yeah,
for him.
you just wear whatever.
Yeah, so and he ended up being in a band with my brother, and so one day he had like a garbage bag full of T-shirts and then he just bought to a band practice once, and he was like, "Hey guys, like have at it." But I feel like that would be a situation where he could probably do the same thing, you know. But yeah, it's
Axel Whitehead was very much the Justin Bieber of Australia.
yeah. So that's
Was he on Australian Idol? Is that how he got started?
Oh, that's a good question. I don't think. Oh, maybe he was.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, he was a TV host.
Anyway, but what
Possibly
happened?
second.
But what happened was okay. Here's the interesting backstory. So he was in a jazz band with my brother. He's actually a fantastic singer. In particular, this jazz band was very good. But he wanted to focus on and do a bit more of his own solo work, just singing by himself, you know, with a sort of unknown band essentially. And so he's like, "Sorry guys, I'm quitting the band." They were like, "Okay, whatever, no worries." Then I think that weekend or the weekend after, you might not remember this.
Oh,
But
what happened to him on live TV?
Yeah.
Oh, I remember.
Okay, cool.
I was going to bring it up, and then you said, "Oh, yeah, he's friends with my brother." I was like, "Keep that to myself." Then
It was hosting the.
it was at the Arias or something, the music awards.
He was doing the red carpet.
Thank you. Of the Arias. Mm-hmm. Okay.
No, he was
so
on
this is-
stage when he did this though. I think he was hosting the actual
No,
event.
he was, yeah. Sorry,
Yeah,
you're right.
yeah.
I forgot. This is celebrity gossip. So Stacey.
Oh, she's all-
He was on Australian Idol. His,
thank you.
His thing was that
thank
he
you.
was a bit jazzy and he scattered and
Oh,
stuff.
okay.
That was like his point of difference.
Oh, yeah, yes. Anywho, he
Go on.
he okay. This is the behind the scenes story that
Oh,
you'll
okay.
never hear
Okay.
in the papers, Cambo.
Should we whisper this because it's a secret exclusive?
Let's whisper this bit. He was doing a little bit of the wacky tobacco, as they call it.
The Devil's Lettuce.
Yes, with another artist named Phrase, who I also know went to my high school. That's just a little bit of fun fact. Just added in there, peppered in. Name dropping, Cambo, that's what I do.
Phrase was so for context, the Justin Bieber of Australian music.
Yeah. And they were in the urinal together. And Axel Whitehead said to Phrase, "Hey, I think I'm going to dack myself on live TV." And he was like,
Pull the pants down.
"Oh, pull the pants down." That's probably a very Australian term, isn't it? Dack.
It's called pantsing, I believe.
pantsing. Yeah. But to himself, pulling his pants down.
Yeah.
And Phrase was like, "Yeah, like that'd be funny."
Yeah.
Thinking totally stupid joke
Yeah.
that obviously he's not going to do that.
This man's penis will stay in his pants.
Absolutely.
Gotcha.
Anyway,
So then what happens?
gets up there, pulls his pants out, exposes himself to everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, "This is weird."
Oh, that man's penis is out.
Yeah, it's not really appropriate for
Yeah.
its
Quite an
for this
upscale music event.
And anyway, that totally destroyed his career.
Oh, yeah.
You got kicked from Video Hit.
He did.
I think he was actually planning to leave that anyway, but then kicked from Video Hits and kicked from his
Like label? Was he signed anywhere?
yeah, maybe like whatever plans he had to do his solo singing
Yeah.
career went up in smoke.
He went away enough that several years later, now that you've mentioned him again, I was surprised he came up.
Yeah, exactly. Well, they need to do a "Where Are They Now" kind of thing.
Axel Whitehead.
That'd be really interesting. Anywho,
Another thing on this, Toothpaste. Surprising they've never come up with a better solution.
yeah,
Because would some kind of syringe system work? where you like it's got a flat bottom and you slowly push it in more and it's getting every last little bit.
Well, yeah, that's true. A syringe, yes, in the bathroom.
Yes. It doesn't have the end of a
genius
syringe,
idea. Oh,
but I'm
okay.
saying the back end of a syringe because that gets all the liquid out of that
It
tube.
pushes out. Well, you can have syringes that don't end in a needle, I guess. They just
yeah.
come out. Okay. Yeah, that's good. Why doesn't that exist? Patent that idea. Is that excessive? Maybe it's like a lot of plastic or something.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Isn't it weird that everyone's just like, that's the best it'll be?
That's the way it'll be.
Don't innovate.
Yeah. Do you know what? We need to get Dyson onto it.
Well, there was those pump ones, but I don't feel like I don't see them anymore. Do you remember those? They're like a long tube and you pump the top.
Yeah, maybe. I feel like they weren't as practical. Maybe.
Yeah,
as they
I only
looked.
even remember them as a kid, so
Yeah.
I never really, I guess, understood the context of how they were better or worse.
Yeah.
But I don't see them around anymore, so they've gone the way of Axel Whitehead.
Yes. Do you think we've been on this shower thought for a while, but I don't care. What do you think that if you are super rich, you just wouldn't bother doing a small thing? You know?
Yeah. It'd be cleaning my house.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's good. Yeah. That's pretty good. I think that's maybe a bit bigger than
I imagine if
I
you
was
have a
thinking,
house.
but that's good.
If you have a housekeeper, which I imagine super rich people probably do, they probably replace it before it goes empty.
Right. Oh yeah, that's true.
They probably, as they clean the bath and go, oh, this is almost out, replace it with a new one. So they never would have to squeeze the last bit.
In fact, I would instruct my housekeeper that if it was even like halfway, get rid of that bad boy.
Now, I don't want to I don't want to brag too much.
Yeah.
But I think I would say, to keep myself humble, I'd say, do everything else. I'll swap the toothpaste.
Oh.
I want that common man experience of getting to the end of a toothpaste. I don't want to lose touch.
You're such a nice guy.
Yeah, and then I'll slip them $100 in their top pocket. And pat them on the shoulder and get their name wrong.
Oh, on the shoulder's nice. I'll do it on the head. Get a bit of scruff their hair a little bit.
That's the toothpaste thing has kept me humble.
Yeah. Oh, that's pretty good. I think the thing for me is like I would just never take change. Right.
Oh, yeah.
No matter what I'm buying. The other day I had like I was buying something for like a few cents.
Yeah.
And
is this only coin change?
Coin change.
Right. Because
I'll take the notes.
Yeah.
But coin change, I'm like, I don't need it anymore. I used to like coins because I had a little coin jar that, you know, at the end of the year I cash in. I'm like, hey, got a bunch of coins. But because I so infrequently use cash now, I never get to that point of using, you know, cashing in all those coins that I'm like, this is just an inconvenience to have them now. They're worth nothing.
Yeah, and the bank that Stacey and I are with don't have physical banks.
Yeah.
They're completely online, which makes doing that, because I think I do have a bunch of coins like in a jar somewhere.
Yeah.
But like what? I don't know what to do with them anymore.
Yeah.
Can't just take them into the bank anymore.
That's true.
Maybe
and there's no other way to spend coins.
No.
Basically.
One day they'll invent a way.
Maybe one day. Do you know? I mean,
do another one.
Yeah, let's do another one. Okay. This is by Feathery Breeze. The longer you live, the more embarrassing moments you'll have to cringe about while you lie in bed at night, ruminating about all the mistakes you've made.
Okay.
I've never thought about this.
Yeah.
And it's weird because I have a fear, but I've realized that fear will actually negate this fear.
Okay.
Which is my fear of getting dementia and forgetting.
Right.
I'm going to be great. Like, I thought that, oh, yeah, this is terrifying. I'll get to old age and I'll be like, I have so many embarrassing things to remember. I still remember an embarrassing, like, basketball game when I was, like, such a young kid. I went on when I shouldn't have. And I still, sometimes, lying down at night, I'll think about that. I'm like, oh, that was embarrassing.
Really?
It just has no consequence on my...
I feel like I've gotten to a stage, like, if something embarrassing happens to me, obviously I'm embarrassed. Mm-hmm. But once it's happened, after, I don't know, a week or so, it's funny now. Like, when I think about it, I'm just like, that's so embarrassing. You know,
yeah, right, yeah.
So maybe that just means I need to be more self-reflective.
Yeah.
And change more.
Camber, you're an embarrassment. And I think it's because you haven't let your embarrassments teach you a lesson about
Anything.
not being an embarrassment. You're just so constantly embarrassing.
So, like, I've definitely been embarrassed before growing up or whatever, but now I find them mostly pretty funny.
Yeah. Mm.
So maybe I'll just be sitting in bed going, I'm a dickhead.
Yeah, that's
And
weird.
it's like they'll hear me chuckling through the wall. I'm like, oh, granddad's at it again.
Yeah, that's funny. Anywho, thank you, Feathery Breeze, for making me have that fear for the rest of my life. That's fantastic. Here's just a quick one.
Okay.
That you should know about.
Mm-hmm.
Is by hiding in the night. There's absolutely no reason for the prey animals in The Lion King to be happy that Simba is born.
Yeah.
It's insane. They do a whole song and dance about it.
Yeah. But, like, that's because they're being run by a dictatorship.
Yeah, I think so.
I think it says a lot when it's because it's an adaptation of an adaptation turned into an animated film for kids. It loses some nuance, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So real life event. Yeah, I think it's a real life event, or at least based around historical context, adapted into a Shakespeare work, which is 4 hours long, which is Hamlet. Mm-hmm. Then adapted into an hour and a half animated thing for kids. You're going to lose some of the greater impact of a ruling class over the minions and whatnot in there, aren't you?
Yeah.
So I can imagine one of the producers being like, yeah, but can't the animals all just be happy?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I guess.
I guess they could be celebrating and singing songs and stuff.
Elton John
about it.
sung a really fun song, so we're going to stick that at the beginning. So you make them all smile and happy. They're kids. Who gives a shit?
I just like to imagine the conversation that the young baby zebra is having with the its mother or father.
Yeah.
Being like, hey, Mum, Dad, why are we like all cheering and celebrating about this lion? Like, don't they kill us? And they're like, yeah.
Yeah, but
It's like the circle of life, though.
Mufasa has a great speech about this, something about circle of life, and
Yeah.
it all makes sense when he says it.
We eat the grass, they eat
I
us.
don't remember, but when he says it, it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. Because if we just like stop this, like a little kid, we could probably trample that kid to death. Let's do that.
He's dangling over a cliff.
Yeah.
Now's the time.
Yeah. Throw like just something at him, a little pebble, and knock him out of the monkey's hands. And that won't be a problem for us. And I like the idea that the parents are like, oh, shit.
Well,
this whole time we've been...
Well, the thing about that is, what? Nah, because it's not that simple. Mm-hmm. Oh, hang on.
Hey, we'd like to sacrifice our kid to the lions.
He's questioning the lions. Get him.
He doesn't get the whole circle of life thing.
But also, isn't that the point of the hyenas? Isn't this their exact point?
Is it? Yeah, maybe.
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah.
I don't remember. Anyway, let's move on to podnapping.
Oh my God! I'm being podnapped.
Podnapping.
This is Podnapping, where we nap a pod. We take a topic of conversation or a segment from another thing, and we do it ourselves.
It's my week this week.
Yep.
And
We know the thing that you're doing this.
yeah. And I just want to point out that Stacey's done like all of the work for this one.
Yeah.
By the transient properties of being engaged to wed. Mm-hmm. It's our podnapping, which does count as my podnapping, which means I don't have to do it again next week.
I think you've done half a podnapping.
So I'll do another half in 2 weeks.
Well, last week, Stacey also did all of the work in regard to cooking all the chicken that we ate. So technically, I did half the podnapping last week too.
We're both one half.
Yeah. All right, we'll call it even.
How have you gone to remember it?
I remember everything.
Oh, great.
Always.
This should be fine.
Yeah.
So, yes, this is based on a game show.
Don't remember something.
Yep.
I'm just doing it for a laugh. Because we're a comedy podcast.
Yeah, it's for content.
Yeah.
So it's based on a show called I Literally Just Told You, in which they do a round of questions. They then talk to the guests. And then the second round of questions is all about what the guests have just said.
Yeah.
Obviously, that format's too long.
Yeah.
So Stacey's been here. She's making notes over the episode. And now I believe you've come up with a couple of questions for us.
Yep.
Great.
5 questions.
Okay.
5 questions each? Okay.
Okay.
Okay, Nelson,
Okay. Yep.
you're going first. Okay. What does Michael describe as the main selling point of this podcast?
Oh no. Oh god. It's about listeners not really paying attention. Like sort of. I think it was after I said going in one ear and out the other.
You're almost there, yeah.
So it's like, yeah, I don't know, being able to. I don't know. I can't remember exactly. It was like something like that.
Can I have a guess?
No.
Well, because I want to know whether I remember.
Okay.
Was it the lack of impact on people's lives?
The correct answer is it doesn't impact anyone.
It doesn't impact anyone. Okay. Damn it.
All right, Michael.
Yes.
What was the name of the racing game that Nelson brought up when we were talking about Fast and the Furious?
It was Burnout.
Yes.
Yes.
Correct.
It was Burnout. Well
I
done.
knew that one was coming up as
did
I was
you?
talking about it.
I didn't make a note of that.
I was like, I can just tell that this
Because
is going to come up.
I think it did help me. I am aware of the Burnout games.
Right.
Well, yeah. Games as a thing. So if I had never heard of them before, maybe it wouldn't have stuck with me quite as much.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So,
Nelson,
yes.
which movie character did Michael want to name his baby after?
Oh, Memphis?
Yes.
That's
That's a pretty good get already.
Yeah, Memphis. Huckleby. Nah. Oh, it's such a good name too. I don't know if I can get the last name. I just remember.
Do you remember the movie?
Gone in 60 Seconds?
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
What do you think? Will you give that one to him?
I'll give him half a point.
Okay, half
He got
point.
half a name.
Okay.
Oh, pretty good. Yeah.
Do you want to tell him the name?
It was, of course, Memphis Reigns.
Oh, rain. So obvious. Yes.
All right, Michael. What idea did Nelson propose Will Smith gave to the writers to make the aliens in Men in Black more realistic?
It was. Yeah, it was blinking two sets of eyelids.
It was the two sets of eyelids. Well done.
That was mainly just a film fact.
Yeah,
I think.
yeah.
You just had to think about Men in Black.
I'm pretty surprised I remembered that.
Yeah.
All right, Nelson. Michael described Chris Hemsworth as a Frankenstein's monster of what?
How am I so bad at this? We literally just spoke about it. Frankenstein's monster of every like good Australian characteristic or something. No, maybe
I don't
not.
think so.
No, of good-looking people. Frankenstein. Yeah. I mean, it was about his perfect looks.
Yeah.
So, what did you say about that?
I think, if I remember the phrase correctly, was it a Frankenstein's monster of physical male attractiveness?
You're close. It was perfect male attractiveness.
Perfect.
Perfect male attractiveness.
Knew it was about his perfect look.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Michael,
Yep.
should I be calling you Cambo on the podcast?
You
Will
call
people,
me.
will people know?
Yeah. Who's Michael?
Cambo, what was the name of the person who did the first Reddit on Reddit?
Oh no! There's numbers at the end. It's like 13.
I remember the numbers, funnily enough.
1355 or something.
Close.
Oh, no. What was it? We said it so many times. Oh, God. No, I reckon it's gone.
Nelson, do you remember?
You remember the numbers?
It ended in put 3351.
That's correct.
I don't know if I can remember actually the first part of the name there. Something put 3351. I don't know what the first one was.
It was psychological put 3351.
Yeah.
Guys, you said
was a
that
putt.
so many times.
That's the one we kept joking about.
Yeah. God damn it.
All right, Nelson. How many days before my due date would Michael not see the Batman?
A week.
It was the week
I
off.
remember that. Yeah, a week. Yeah, a week off, yeah.
All right, Cambo. When we were discussing calling in to order a pizza, what was the name of the fake pizza employee that Nelson ordered from?
Was it Jason? John? It starts with J, doesn't it?
Maybe.
Jake?
Now you're just saying J.
Yeah, I am. I thought it was Jason for some reason.
Do you remember?
Yeah, I think maybe you get half a point. Because didn't I say Johnny?
It was Johnny.
Johnny.
Isn't there like a Johnny's
Johnny
pizza
Boy's
place?
Pizza,
Yeah.
Yeah. I ate at Jason's Pizza, so that's why that confused me.
Yeah, I guess confusing. Yeah.
Johnny.
Johnny, yeah.
Nelson, I reckon you're going to hate this one.
Oh, no.
At one point in the show today, Michael swapped over his headphones to the other ear.
Yeah. I do remember that you did that.
Mm-hmm.
Which segment?
Oh. Yeah, I definitely remember that you did that. Let me quickly look at the show notes. I need to think about what we're talking about.
Yeah, what were we talking about?
Is it the Ultrich thing? I think you might have done it before that, maybe. Or maybe it wasn't that bit. It was later on in the show, so it definitely wasn't Ask Reddit or the start. It was either in Today Advice. Yeah, actually, I'm gonna say it was during Today Advice.
Yeah, I think it's that as well.
It's Ask Reddit.
Ah,
Was it that early?
It's when we were talking about which celebrity is an alien.
Wow.
I really thought that was way
I
later.
thought it was later as well.
Yeah.
That being said, our first segments always go longer than our last
yeah,
segments. So
that's true.
it's early, like in the segments, but probably halfway through the show.
Yeah, okay. Damn.
All right, this is the last question.
Okay.
Okay, Michael. What was embarrassing about Nelson's childhood basketball game?
You threw a big shot, it was.
I was on the buzzer and I just missed.
You just said it. I thought you took like a huge 3-point. No, that's not it.
No. It's funny how memory works.
Yeah.
Because that's like really far off.
Yeah.
But like your brain is like basketball.
Yeah.
Shooting, there's something
so
there.
like Nelson basketball, what's a basketball thing? Throw a shot, big
Yeah.
shot, 3-point. Oh God. This is the most embarrassing, which I'll laugh about later.
Oh my God.
Because this is the most recent thing that we talked about. I don't remember.
Okay. Do you give up? By the way, if you give up completely on this one, you lose the game.
Oh no. Is that you were throwing the basketball
yeah.
and your pants fell down?
Oh, yeah.
And then you fell over, but you twisted back around,
Yeah.
and your penis went through your legs and slapped you on the butt.
Oh, that's like really specific.
Yeah.
And
Isn't
yes.
it?
Yeah. Otherwise, how else would you know? No, I just ran on the court at the wrong time.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you tried that 3-pointer.
Yeah. And then the penis thing.
That is such an embarrassing sequence of events.
Yeah, that's why it keeps me up at night, Cameron.
Oh man, that's I wish my memory was better. That's embarrassing difficult to remember.
You did way better than me, though.
He didn't do that much better. I gave you 1.5 points and him 2.5.
Yeah, 2.5.
Oh, okay.
Almost double you, mate.
Yeah, well, almost.
That's a 50% score out of 5, though. That would have passed, right, in an exam?
So you wouldn't stick that on your fridge, though, would
No,
you?
but I would pass the exam.
Cambo, I've already paid off the examiner.
Thank you so much for sitting with us.
That was like an hour and a half of my time for like a
Yeah.
2-minute segment.
Yeah. Thank you.
I think out of everyone in this room, Stacey is the one who wants the podcast to end the most.
yeah. Oh, definitely. And it's like it's hot in this room,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I appreciate you sitting in a hot room with no fan or air conditioning. Live podcast, is it any better than a recorded, listen to later podcast?
It's probably worse.
Oh,
I'm just like perched
okay.
quietly in the corner.
Yeah.
Can't make a noise. I wanted to cough before and I felt that would be bad, so I didn't.
Yeah,
Just
that's
ignored
like-
that.
I guess we won't do any live shows either.
yeah,
because
yeah,
obviously
yeah. We don't want the
our
experience to be worse.
we don't want the experience to be worse, and also we will expect that they remain silent. If they want to cough, they have to
if they
excuse
dare
themselves.
chuckle or laugh, go, guys,
Hey,
silence.
the mics can pick you up. Shut up.
Don't worry, guys. There was no risk of me laughing at any point during the show.
Oh, yeah, it's true.
Oh,
It's
God, that's
fair.
good.
That's fair.
Thank you. Would you like to stick around for the questions? Seems like a yes to me. A long
Okay.
sigh.
Here's the thing, Stacey, I have a question for you.
Yep.
What was the thing that Cambo would, if he was rich, he would get rid of doing?
Cleaning his house.
Yeah, that was an easy one. I tried to think of a harder one.
I got a question for you.
Okay.
It's
I don't like this.
It says, gentlemen. Yes, we're into the AMA, by the way.
Oh, it's the Ask Me Anything where listeners of the show, just like you, listener, can write in us and ask us anything you want.
Go on here from a Fuckhead podcast listener, Zimbo.
Ooh.
Oh, hang on. There we go. Sorry, I got out of the email. It says, gentlemen, then brackets. I feel people are being too liberal with the word cunt and will forego it in favor of the more polite tone.
Thank you, Zimbo.
It's amazing to both avoid using that word and also still use it. I dare say your most recent podnapping may be your best so far. 10 out of 10 would listen to you both suffering audibly again. Yeah, that was there's a video of that now. If
Yeah.
anyone's interested, you can go watch us suffer. 1.7 million Scoville level hot sauce. Mm-hmm. You can watch us suffer through that. You more visibly react as well.
Yeah.
I think I bob up and down a lot in the video, clearly
Yeah.
just trying to process.
Yeah.
But you make some wild flailing arms and such.
Yeah.
They continue. Hopefully neither of you made the mistake of not washing your hands extremely well afterwards and then touching your eyes or genitals for prolonging the suffering even further. No, I was genital and eye free of pain.
I'm surprised. I didn't actually go to the effort of washing my hands.
No, I don't think I did either. I think I just-
well or whatever, everything. But
Wiped them down and then, quick rinse under the tap.
yeah.
Now I
yeah.
went straight to my
I
eyes
didn't
and genitals straight after that.
Yeah, yeah, that's it. One on the eye, one on the genitals. How you did it? Yeah.
Yeah. I do have an AMA today, and there was a picture attached to this.
Oh, yeah.
So
Whoops.
would you
Sorry.
consider this to be a knife? And Hazem had his hand out with a tiny little knife, probably, I don't know, a
Mm-hmm.
couple centimeters or an inch or so long.
Yeah. He's come to the Australians.
Yes. Could you possibly explain to us if it is, in fact, a knife? And if not, perhaps demonstrate the cat is here.
Yeah. The cat is here and meowing loudly.
Perhaps demonstrate to us what you consider to be a knife. An educational video, if you will, demonstrating what is and is not a knife would be appreciated. Well wishes and best regards, Zimbo. Well, Zimbo, here's the thing.
Yeah.
This is very dependent.
Okay.
There's two things. If I also have a knife or if I don't have a knife.
That's
Now, if I don't have a knife,
Yeah.
got yourself a little knife there.
Ah, yeah,
If I had a knife
yeah.
and it was bigger,
Yeah.
I would have to let you know that in fact
That-
wasn't a knife.
It's not a knife.
And that this is in fact a knife and bring out my bigger knife.
Yeah, yeah. But here's the sneaky thing.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I'll have a spoon. And I'm going to tell you that's you're not holding a knife
What-
and I have a knife.
Yeah.
But
what
until
you've done there,
yeah.
you found yourself sneakily in a game of knifey spoon.
yeah. So,
Would you, Stacey, would you consider the photo a knife?
If it's not a knife, what would it be?
Well,
a toothpick.
It all depends.
I feel like it's dangerously
not a
close
toothpick.
to a
It could be a letter
toothpick.
opener.
No, it's way too broad.
Could be a letter opener.
Why? Do you think you don't? This is. I feel like we need to describe this more. Do we?
Imagine a knife.
Imagine a knife. It's
Very
like
small.
Really small.
Smaller than
pocket knife.
smaller
the
than a
size of
single
your
finger.
pinky. Yeah, your pinky finger.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good size.
I think that has all the elements of a knife. It's a knife.
But what if you had a bigger knife?
Then you've got two knives.
Oh, you haven't seen
Gosh,
Crocodile Dundee.
She hasn't played knifey spoony before. I think it's closer to a toothpick.
Well, I don't have a knife on me, so I will confess that it's a knife.
I always have 3 knives on me,
So it's
which
not
actually means I only have 1 knife on me because 1 knife is bigger than the other 2. So
You've got 2 not a knife,
2 not
and
knives
1 knife.
and 1 knife. That's how I roll.
By the way, we don't speak about this, but this is an Australian secret. If you have the same size knife, someone says, "Look at this knife," you say, "And this is also a knife," because you've both got the same size knife.
Yeah, that's
It's considered a draw.
Yeah. But you have to measure them like
You
back
do.
to back.
Yeah,
first
yeah.
to
Measure them, lay them down side by
certify.
side,
Yeah.
and then you determine if you've both got a knife or not.
Yeah. There's often debate of like, do you count the handle or not?
Yeah.
And
Well, that's a blade.
just the thing. Yeah, that's right. The knife is the whole thing.
Yeah.
I'm saying that anybody who argues that the handle is not included is a downright idiot. They're probably from Tasmania, I think.
Yeah.
Also, 10 out of 10 would listen to us both suffering audibly again. Next podnapping I have, we're going to drive a nail further and further into our hand. So
Also,
that
not
should be
not
good.
to nitpick, we audibly suffer every episode.
Yeah.
Enjoy. It's probably why you enjoy this podcast. You've just never picked up on why.
Yeah. It's drowned out by the, you think it's laughter, but it's kind of that like crying laughter.
laughter
you
and
know?
pain,
Yeah. Here's another one. This is by Hazza, another fuckhead podcast listener. Gentlemen cunts. Some way, somehow, you found a beautiful house in your ideal location that is significantly cheaper than the surrounding homes. You learn that it has been vacant for over 10 years because it is known to be haunted, although you don't know the details. Would you live there? Would it be better or worse if the house had gone through 15 owners the past 10 years instead of being vacant?
Okay. It depends, like, what kind of haunting. Like, my auntie often claimed her house was haunted.
Yeah.
And their claim was it was a little girl she choked. She choked to death when she was young.
Right.
That's what she thinks haunted. Or did someone murder their whole family there?
Yeah, right. Well,
One haunting seems, I mean, not that I believe in hauntings anyway, but
Yeah,
one
yeah.
haunting seems like a spirit trapped or whatever kind of thing. And the other one's
Okay.
like, oh, bad stuff has happened here and therefore is angry spirits.
To me, the same. It wouldn't matter on the circumstance of the haunting because, and this is the reason why. This is not a fun reason, but it's the logical reason. It's because that I know a house it can never be haunted. Don't believe in that stuff at all.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean that living in a house that so many people have claimed to be haunted wouldn't play on my mind.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
So I think, like, if the overall general question, I'm not too sure. But to me, it actually doesn't matter what the story is because it still might get to me and I might think so much about every little noise and whatever in the house. And that's why, it might keep me up at night for no good reason.
Well, Stacey, we're currently trying to buy a house.
Oh, I would buy that house in a second.
Yeah. Given
The housing market is
Yeah,
not good.
given all that
Particularly
we've
in
seen over
Australia.
the last couple of weeks going out and looking at houses,
Yeah.
man, if it's significantly cheaper
Yeah.
in a good area,
Yeah.
snap it up.
You
like
thought about-
whatever
you
you
thought
say, like whatever you say with like, surely you've got a budget in mind and say you're under the budget. Spend $200 to get a priest around, throw some water around just to be safe. you know?
Yeah. Some sage. Burn some sage.
yeah,
It's fine. You guys dabbled with the idea of buying a house that had a hoarder in it because that was like a tempting.
Good price, yeah.
Good price.
Good price, as long as all the stuff doesn't come with it.
So I think I'd buy it too.
Yeah.
I think in the end I would get over it. And because to me, it would just be about if there were noises or things, I'd be like, well, I'll investigate this and find out what the literal cause is for these things because I'm too confident in knowing that none of this stuff exists. So, yeah, I think I'd buy it up. Why, Hallie? You selling?
Ooh.
I'll buy it.
Yeah. Ohio, I believe she lives. Oh, we doxed her too.
Oh no.
Just a quick something I've remembered. Might be a public service announcement for the good. Mm-hmm. And it's to do with you, Stacey. So this guy was considering whether or not to miss the birth of their child to go see the Batman. Mm-hmm. Now, Stacey, you're a very important person. Sometimes you get to go see things early. You actually get to watch the Batman this week. Oh. Can you let this guy know if it's worth missing the birth of your child? Just post on Reddit to the guy that was considering it. Oh, it's pretty good.
That's smart.
I think they're going to make me sign an NDA if I'm going to be honest.
Don't give away any plot details or anything. Just say
he specifically doesn't want that.
Hey, this guy, go to the birth of your child. Yeah. We all understand.
Yeah. We'll be like, okay.
Yeah.
Sometimes though, that's a spoiler in itself.
It's good.
Sometimes I hate it when people are like, either it is good or it is bad, or I like.
But what if
I
it's
feel
worth
like
seeing?
sometimes you're actually okay with this for me because you might be like, yeah, you should see it, you know, and you're just pretty like. And I'm like, okay. And I know that generally means it's probably good. But it's good because I don't know quite at what level it's good. And that's enough to not be a spoiler. So anyway.
Yeah, I think you should let the guy know whether he should go to the birth of his kid or not.
Yeah.
You alone have the power.
Also,
other people will be there.
Rob Pattinson should tell him as well.
Oh, yeah.
I know, but he'll want him because he's got an investment in it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
you can't trust.
See it,
You can't trust Rob. Say it again. You cannot trust Rob Pattinson.
Also, let us know about Uncharted as well.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm seeing on a Wednesday night.
Yeah.
You're seeing it the same day as Batman, which will be a very interesting day to contrast and compare those two films.
I wonder if they're both the same quality.
I know we could have this conversation off mic.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm not sure about the Uncharted movie coming out.
Do you want to come on Wednesday night?
I'm moving houses. But yes.
You can be my +1 because Michael is not interested.
No, I don't think. I think Ellen would kill me. But because we both love the video games.
Yes.
But there's been questions on the casting in the fact that
I think it's spot on.
They don't look anything like
They look
them.
exactly like him.
But that doesn't really mean anything, does it?
Yeah. When I
characters
played
look like.
half of the first game,
Yeah.
I thought Sully gives me a real Mark Wahlberg energy.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I said Nathan Drake a bit too old for my liking, make him a bit younger.
Yeah.
Kind of skinny. I think it's spot on. I think it looks better than the games.
Yeah. Okay.
Look at this stare.
To be honest, the casting doesn't really bother me. Like, whatever, it's not a big deal. It just looks like such a generic action film.
Yeah, it does.
We've become those insufferable people.
Oh my God, I love action films.
Yeah, we've become those
Obsessed.
insufferable people. We recently went through a binge of Jackie Chan films.
Yeah.
If people don't really do the stunt, Michael and I are like,
Yeah.
fuck this, we're out of here.
Specifically, we watched the Police Story movies.
Yeah.
In which his big stunt at the end of Police Story is grabbing a hold of a lighting fixture and riding it down as it electrocutes him all the way down to the bottom of this building. And in the Uncharted trailer, one of the main things they show off is a stunt where he grabs a light and swings across a thing. And we're like, it's no Jackie.
Yeah,
It's
so
just
good.
no Jackie. Jackie did this
Chan
better.
was actually getting
Jackie
electrocuted.
did this better in 1985, mate.
Yeah. Also, Tom Cruise movies you can see, and anything else is
Love 'em.
We
Garbage.
watched all of Mission Impossible, like all the films in lockdown, and it was the one thing that made me feel alive. We were obsessed. We were screaming at the TV at one point. I felt like I'd done cocaine.
Yeah.
We rewatched one of them just the other night.
Yeah, because we were bored.
So we popped on Ghost Protocol, had a good old time. Watched him climb that building.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good one. All right. Anywho, should probably end this here.
Well, a little movie chat for the end of the episode.
Thank you for writing in, Hazza and Zimbo. If you would like to write into us, you can do so. Reddit podcast, READIT podcast at gmail.com. You can also reach us at Facebook, Twitter, and our subreddit. They're all READIT podcast. We'd also appreciate it if you could subscribe, rate the show, tell a friend, shout it out your window.
Yeah.
Really loud.
Yeah.
Listen to the podcast. And yeah. That's it.
I would say make a QR code, of a link to the show.
Oh my god!
Spread it all over the city.
That's actually pretty good.
Oh, thank you.
I
got it mainly
seriously-
from the music video of "Where Is the Love" by Black Eyed Peas,
Okay.
where they keep putting that symbol everywhere.
That's a really weird, specific reference that you've gone to.
I reference what I reference,
I like
Nelson.
it. Yeah, no, it's great. That's why I have you on the show. Thank you. No, that's really good. Like seriously, like one listener, just do that.
Yeah.
Put it somewhere and wait until somebody scans it.
Is that the path to a fucking podcast listener? You do it, and we'll let you know.
We're not sure. There's no guarantees on the show.
Anyway, we love you. Love you.
Eddie, love you. I like you, love you. What's that? Nobody knows. Thanks for listening, and we will read you later.